Hello everyone, I am Dr. Jyoti Mandala. Welcome you all to the video lectures on Python programming. We are in our lecture number 12. In this lecture, let us see about lambda functions in Python. In our last video, we learned about what actually a function is and how a function can be defined, which can be defined by using a def keyword, and how a function can be called. We learned with some examples. Right now, today we'll see about this lambda function. Lambda function is a small anonymous function. Now, what actually works with lambda is it will take any number of arguments, but it will be having only one expression. If you see here the syntax, where I am taking a keyword called lambda, where it takes any number of arguments, but it will be having only one expression. Now what happens, this expression will be evaluated and this completed. That's it. Suppose as an example, if you want to find out the let us consider cube of a number. Now you can do that one simply by using this anonymous function lambda, where that parameter will be passed a, and I am calculating the value. I'm multiplying the a 3 times, where we are going to find out the cube of the a, and after evaluating this one, the complete value will be returned to here, and that will be displayed. Where these lambda functions are used, whenever we require nameless functions for short period of time, there we can use this lambda function. So here, as a parameter, it is not like we need to take only one parameter. We can take any number of arguments. Let us take another example where we want to find out the addition of two numbers. Okay, so let us write a program on that. So what I am going to do is I am writing x equal to lambda is the keyword, where I am taking two arguments and I am adding these two arguments. Right? Simply I want to print the output. So where I need to pass the two parameter values 10, 20. That's it. Our program is done. Let us run our program. I am in my path of D drive Python fun. So we need to move there. So I need to type Python. Our command is Python fun1.py. If you run this program, we are expecting an output of addition of these two values, which is 30. We got that output. This is how lambda function can be used, where we need to have only a single expression, and it is a nameless function which can be used for a short period of time. Now this lambda function can be combined with other built-in functions. What type of built-in functions are they? We'll learn. Okay, so the first built-in function which can be combined with our lambda function is a filter function. Now what actually this filter function is, this filter function will take two arguments. The first argument will be a function and the second argument can be an, okay, here as part of function we can have a lambda function. This is the syntax of a filter, where filter is a function which takes two arguments. First one is a function which can be a normal function or a lambda function. Here we can have a lambda function, and here it is a iterable. Iterable is nothing but we can have a iterable, a list, a tuple, or a string. Now what happens here, this function will take the items from this iterable and it will return the items which for which this function will be happening true. Understood all of you? The function is called with all the list will be written. A new list will be written which contains the items for which the function. That means remember, whenever you are using a filter, we should have an expression where it should return true or false. You need to write a function like that. Okay, so iterable can be a list, tuple, or a string. To do this task, let us take a simple example. Let us write our program. I'll clear this one. Now what I want to do is I am creating a list, where in this list I'm adding some random values. Let us consider I'm adding some random values of like this. Now what I want to do is I want to find out the even numbers. I want to find out all the even numbers, because filter we need to have some a condition where it should return true or false. So I want to find out all the even items from this list. So for that, what I need to do, I can use filter function, where it requires two parameters. The first parameter is a function, where as part of function I am using the lambda function. So lambda, where I am taking a variable x, and on this x I am having an expression called x mod 2 is equal to 0. So x will be taken and x value will be equal to 0. It can be true or false. Now the second parameter should be list. I am taking the list n. I think you are understanding. So now these values will be performed and it will return a value. What type of value it will be written? It will be returning a value. As we are considering this one as a list, we need to convert this one to a list. Why? Because we are giving our input as a list. Suppose if you are giving a tuple, then you need to consider this one as a tuple. And let us store that one in a variable called r. Right? Now let us try to print this r. Save this program, run this program. So now what we are expecting, it should return a list. Yes, list is written where all the even numbers are displayed from a given list. This is how a filter function is used. Filter function is nothing but it will filter out the values depending upon on a variable on a value whose value will be a true after evaluating this expression, right? So this is one way of using a lambda function, and we'll see the second built-in function on which a lambda function can be used, that is our map function. Map function is also similar like our filter function, but here also it will take two parameters which will be a function, or here we'll be using lambda function, and a iterable. Iterable can also be here also list, tuple and string. But what is the difference between filter and a map is, in filter this function will be returning the values for which it is true, but for map we can have any operation we can perform on these values. So the function is called with all the items in the list, and a new list is returned which contains the items written by the function. It is not true or false condition like that, right? So let us see a simple example on this. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the same thing. I want to find out, I want to double the each element here. Let us consider, because we are using a map function, we don't want to have a expression which will give true or false. I want to double the value, each value. Simple. From the list, take individual value. I want to double the value. That's it. Okay. So let us run this program. And if you see, we need to get a list where each list value will be a double, like this is 2, this is 10, this is 8, right? So this is how map function can be used, map with in combination with the lambda function. Here we can have a normal function also, but we are combining with the lambda function, right? So this is how a map function can be used. And we have a third function also which can have a lambda function, which is called as a reduce function. Now what the reduce function also takes two parameters, which is a function and a iterable as arguments, similar like filter and map. But now what is the difference between reduce and the previous two is, in the filter and map it return a list of values, right? We can a list of values or a tuple of values can be written, but here in a single value. Now what happens here is, on these iterable items it will cumulatively apply this function, and finally from left to right it will perform all from on all the variables, and finally it will give a single value. I'll show you with this with an example. But whenever you want function, we need to import this func module, right? So let us see a simple example on this using this reduce function. Now let us see, if you want to use this reduce function, let us consider you want to perform addition on all you want to find out the sum of all these elements. Then what can you do? Simply you need to write for addition you require two parameters, so let us write x, y, and you need to perform addition on these two parameters. Then what it will do, it will take first two values that will be added, and that result will be added with the third element, and that result will be added with this fourth element. Similarly it will be going on continuing, and it will end at the last element, and that final value will be written. So it is not a list, so it is not required to have a list for us, right? So it will take individual elements and those two elements will be added, and it go on continuous. But here whenever you are using a reduce, we need to import func tools. So what we'll do is from func tools import reduce. You can write like this. Okay, how to import everything we'll learn in future videos, but today you'll see like reduce. Whenever you want to use, you need to import these func tools. Okay, let us save this program and check whether we are getting the output or not. So we are expecting the sum of all these values. Yes, we are getting the sum of all these values, right? I think you are understanding. Suppose one more example I want to tell you. If you want to find out the factorial of a number 3, now here it is not like all the values should be iterate value should be list, tuple, and not like that. You can have a range of values also for your reduce. Let us consider range of 1 comma 4. What I'm doing is I want to find out the factorial of a number. Now what I'm doing here, the fact, yeah, x star y I am doing. So what it will do, from 1 to the range means 4 means 1, 2, 3 it will take. 1 and 2 will be multiplied, and then the result will be multiplied with the 3 and final value will be written. So let us check whether we are getting the factorial value output or not with this program. So the factorial of 3 is 6. Yes, we got the output. Right, this is how a lambda function can be used. Lambda functions are anonymous function and it can be used for short period of time only, right? And it will be taking two parameter, n number of variables can be taken, but it will be having only one expression, right? Once that expression is evaluated, that will be written. Now this lambda function can be used in combination with filter, map, and reduce functions, right? So with this we'll come to an end of our lambda function. We'll all meet in our next video. Thank you.